Hey, good morning. Welcome in. It's your girl Jersey Love Steph. And if you're out there, I just want to welcome you in. Um, I wanted to talk to you about, you know, a lot of people are trying to become monetized, and it could take a very long time on here. And the thing too is we have no idea how much money you actually make. A lot of times they cut out a lot of stuff because there's people over you, and you're getting paid pennies. You have no idea how much you're going to get paid, and it's such a fickle thing. But today, if you wanted to become monetized, you can become monetized. You have to think outside the box, and you hold the key to it. Well, with God's blessings, right? We want God's blessings, but it does require work on your part, and you're going to have to put in effort. I think these are Mexican sunflowers. I'm not sure. Some kind of sunflowers. Miss Christina, the Win and Walk with Christina, she has them. These are all wildflowers. I gotta watch because there's spiders and stuff over here. And but hey, Scott, how are you? I don't know if you're monetized, Scott, but I was thinking about this. We can become monetized today. Now, people may say, like, how? And there's nothing wrong with money because, look, we all need money. You can't live life without having money. The problem that when it becomes a problem is when you're worshiping money and you're just serving money and money's not serving you. So basically, you're doing everything to get more, whether you need it or not. You're lusting after the money, right? So that's when money becomes the root of all evil, if we're compromising ourselves. But when you're serving other people and you work a job or you're doing a service for somebody, you should get paid for it. you know Let me see what that says. Yeah, I am monetized. It was a difficult road to get there on my channel. All right, I'm so glad you're doing good. Look at these beautiful flowers. It takes a long time. I don't know how long it takes, but I'm not going to sit on YouTube for 12 hours a day. I just can't. Yesterday, I went a little bit too much. I felt burnt out by the end of the day. Just checking the comments. I don't know if you do that too, but it's a bit ridiculous. I got to watch myself. I'm like addicted a bit, but I got to kind of set a schedule. But now, if you think of it, like the way the economy is, a lot of our goods are going to go up in prices, but regardless, it doesn't matter. Whatever the circumstances is, a lot of people need stuff to take care of their household. A lot of people like to buy stuff too, like pictures if you're an artist. So the way, who's that? Jace, how are you? Is this the guy that works out? Now, this, a lot of people need stuff to take care of their body. So like, you know, and a lot of people like natural stuff. A lot of people are turning, even if it was going back to the 1970s, people like natural stuff, think about it. So the way we could become monetized is like you could use YouTube as your advertising platform instead of pushing somebody else's product where you're only getting a percentage of that. You can push your own very product. So let's say you make homemade soaps and candles. A lot of people sell candles, but what's going to make yours stand out? But the thing is you're going to have to put in the work. So what you could do is just have it order, like maybe have some product, but then do it as they make the purchase. Then you'll have to make the product. So you can be honest with the people. I'm a small business and, I'm just starting out. When people see your product and it's, something that is going to bring them either joy or if it serves a purpose, they're going to want to purchase that. And especially if it's all natural. A lot of people are like now going into all natural. Like for me, I can't use any of that perfume shampoo, so I'm using like Eucerin. So I can't have no perfume dyes. Yes, I agree that monetization is good. but it's way less for most of us than we think it will be. Still a good thing to be paid for your work rather than letting the platform make all the money off us. Yeah. Oh, hey, Jace. Okay, well, Jace, you could. Okay, you'll understand this. If you were to make something like, let's say you're good at art, or um, you're good at making bird houses, your parents could, start up a little business or something, and you could start making money. I don't know what the age is, so I'm not doing like labor laws, please. I don't know what happened with my channel, but if you were to start working on that now, you could have a little business on YouTube, you know, when you're probably 15, is with your parents' consent, you'd be able to sell stuff on here, and they could help you ship it out and stuff. But if you think about it, you would have your own business and you would get paid way more than what they pay us if you're monetized. So, and you won't have to wait till you have 3,000 watch hours, and then you would have a steady, almost like a steady stream of income. So the thing is, you have to think of is like, what would you want to sell? Are you good at art? And then the holidays, even we got certain holidays. So maybe you're good at making wreaths. You could sell wreaths, and that is a good business. But the thing is to be comparable with the stores. If somebody could get it for $15 to $25 less, they're probably going to go with that, unless you have like something specific with your wreath that makes it that much more. You're going to have different customers. So you could offer, you have to be, you be affordable, or you could be a fancy seller. But like in today's economy, people are looking for quality and value, because right now, so this could be like your ticket. In these times that we're going through, this could be the times where this is the most blessings that you'll have in your life. So you don't have to get discouraged if you're not monetized, but what you could do is take that and use it as fuel for the fire. All right, have a good day, Jace. Thank you for coming in. 13-year-old would understand how to, they know about money. They work, they want to be paid, just like all of us. If we work a job, we want to be paid, right? So that's how I was saying, like, we could be monetized without having to wait in years, or, if the, so, and then it's free advertising on the platform, you know, but, people definitely need stuff that is going to be, like, a lot of people, they might want to buy your t-shirt with your logo on it, but if they could buy a bar of soap that's all natural over something that maybe it's just promoting you, they're gonna pick like a bar of soap or something practical. But you can always have like your logo on the soap or something like that, like on the sticker. But a lot of times they just need stuff to take care of their house, or if you're into crocheting or something, um, you could crochet stuff that's practical, like purses and stuff. Because if you look at it, like, with all this stuff going up, you could have like a little business, but you are going to have to work at it. I've never had a small business, but so if you're wondering, like, if you're discouraged that you can't get monetized for a while, or you have no idea, do that. This could be a way where you don't have to sit around, and then they cut out a lot of the profits for the advertising. When they give it to you, they're taking out a huge cut. And then basically you're going to be pushing other people's products. So why not just make something yourself and then sell it, you know? To take watchers away. Yeah, I don't know what's up. I mean, my watch hours go up, but I don't know. Finally, it's like going up when I go live like this. Like, I'll get 1 or 2 hours per, maybe I get like 1 or 2 hours. and people have been really supportive. I have no idea. They drop my hours. I've been on this platform for 3 years, but sometimes if you're not going live for like a week, the hours just drop so quick, right, Scott? And how do you really know, you know? Hey, Sawan, how are you? CHA report, hello. Thank you for coming in. I'm in the wildflowers. Yeah, we all need money to survive. There's not one person on here. I mean, maybe if you're a child, but even like a teenager would want to make like a couple dollars. You know, it just because you want to go to the mall with your friends. Sometimes the parents can't give the money like that, but for them, I don't think they could have, you know, I don't know how it would work. You would need your parents or somebody to help you. So that's another thing too. Like, believe in your kids, believe in the young generation, because believe it or not, they actually pick stuff up way quicker than the adults do. I was doing pony parties when I was 12 years old, and I was probably too young to work, but I wound up talking them into it. Make it $5 an hour. Sand through an hourglass. Yeah, exactly. Right, Scott? I'm near Princeton University. This is just like a open field. How beautiful, right? So I just want to say, like, you know, so I don't know if you ever owned a small business, Scott, but you are going to have to, you know, build reputation with people. So maybe you have to give a couple free samples out, you know, and just really take your time with it, because in the end, the quality is going to make a difference, you know, and the time that you put into preparing the box or whatever, you know, like find out ways you can save money and, you know, then do that. But if you're going to do quality, then you charge like quality prices, you know, but you could be comparable. You're definitely going to be more affordable than what it would be now when these imports are coming in because of all the tariffs, you know. But you don't have to stress about that because you can make natural products, you know. I don't know, headbands. All women usually like headbands, you know. And then you have like holidays coming up. It is really special when you get like a handmade gift rather than something commercialized. So even if it was maybe a little more expensive than something, people will pay it because they'll see the value in it, you know, especially if you're making like handmade anything, you know. So whatever your skill is, you can hone in on that and create something that the need is. Baby clothes are always in need, you know. And like I said, I can't use any more perfume shampoos or anything because every time I do, the back of my head is starting to itch like crazy. You know, I'm over 40 now, so it's like my skin is real sensitive. Even like scents and stuff like that, I have to watch. And a lot of people are very sensitive like that. Once you, some people are like the hypoallergenic. A lot of people are looking for that. And, you know, so you gotta find something and then you can kind of build on that, you know. The sky's the limit. But just start out one step at a time, and it's just gonna take time to see what you really like. And art is great too. People like, I love a beautiful picture, you know, and that's a nice gift. So you can have all different sizes. Donnie Storyteller has really beautiful art. He paints absolutely beautiful art, you know, even like handmade cookies or something. Now, I don't know how it works, but there is companies that just ship cookies around the world, you know, but I don't know how expensive it is to ship something like that. But, you know, a lot of people want to give a gift like that, but they don't want to make the cookies. So when you do that, you're doing a big service, you know, and people maybe like kind of laugh at it, but if you think about it, you're buying stuff from stores. So, you know, if you could fill that need, and then you'll be monetized, whereas you don't have to wait. And like Scott says, it takes so long to get the hours, and then it just seems like it goes like sand. And I can testify to that because it's like I'm still at 1300. I got a long time to go. If I, and then with some of the songs, they might take some of my hours away. So I can't really bank on that. But yeah, exactly. I know this just happened. I'm 43 this year, and and I was born 1982, and this head, I just like like crazy, and it's not like I'm using good shampoo and conditioner, but it just I can't do it anymore. So that I would look for something natural. Like right now, I'm using Eucerin. They have a nice shampoo and conditioner. So, but like goat's milk is, if we could figure out how to make the shampoos and conditioner all natural, you would have a big thing. And if it's all natural, it shouldn't bother people. Like you could try it on yourself. I don't know how that works, but if it's all natural, it's all natural. I don't know if you guys could see the butterfly. I can't even see it on my phone. I see it in the let me see it on the bush, but I don't see it on my phone. My hand's like shaking like crazy. I don't want to feel like I'm getting old. There it goes. I don't feel like I'm getting old. I don't feel like I'm old. I'm only 43, which isn't really, I guess I'm like middle age. That's my son and my friend. Am I old? But they're like, no. I was like, thank you. Yeah. This shampoo and conditioner worked perfect though. It's for I don't know, like dermatitis or something like that, and then psoriasis. It has, I think, the stuff for acne, salicylic acid. It worked really good on my scalp. It just calmed it down. I wash my hair way too much. You're only supposed to wash it, but anyways, even if I did it, that stuff is makes my head just itchy, really crazy. So that's what I'm saying. If you could create like an all natural, like goat soap is so nice. I had goat. I don't own any goats, but that stuff is very expensive. They have Beekmans, and the vanilla smells so delicious, like the vanilla bean, Madagascar. My aunt got me some, and it just feels so good on your skin, and it's all natural, so it doesn't bother you. But it's just nice on. It's a nice product, so that would be a nice gift to get somebody during Christmas. It would be a little more expensive, but still, it'd be a nice gift to give. I don't know. So that's how you could become monetized. You could make clothes too. You could make your own clothing line. Like be an artist. You could design a shirt for that person and charge a good amount of money. It would be a custom made shirt. And you could charge $50 to $100. Especially it depends what you put on that. But not everybody's going to be buying that. So you could have a bunch of different clothing. You could get t-shirts, but then, bedazzle it up or whatever. And there's actually people that like to buy stuff like that because it would be one of a kind, and it would be handmade from you. Nobody else is going to have that shirt. So it's a custom made shirt. That's what I'm saying. Stuff like that. But it's going to take time to build that up. All right, guys. Well, I don't know if you have any thoughts on this, Scott. Look at this one. I think it's baby's breath. You're pretty. Should stand back. You could be your own boss. Have your own little business, be your own boss. But I'm still working. I mean, you still work or whatever. But if you're looking to make like a side hustle, that is the way to go. You got free advertising on this platform, so you can use it for all it's worth. And that's a lot of times when the after you have built all your channel, that's when these people will try to push their products onto your channel because you have built a whole entire community, and then they want you to just sell that one product. So if the people know you, so if you tell them, hey, I'm trying to, sell this or whatever, if people like it, they like it. If not, then whatever. But I guarantee you'll get a couple people, even if it wasn't the people watching, you would still get free advertisement. So it's really not going to cost you anything to advertise on it. These big butterflies. Well, if you guys have any thoughts on this, let me know. I'm going to get going because I got to go back to work. And I just wanted to share this with you. So let me know your thoughts on this. Have you ever had a small business, and, um, you know, what should somebody expect that's trying to, sell a product that they're making, or what has your experience been? And don't give up. If you start something, don't give up. Keep going. Just takes time. Hey, Jace. All right, well, Jace, I'm going, and I hope you have a fabulous day. Thank you for coming in, and keep this in mind. Maybe you make bird houses or something that you really like, and have your parent. You could always work towards it. You can make good money like that. It's a free platform to advertise, but you do need your parents. I don't know how it works, but you definitely do have an adult help you. And go from there. All right, well, I wish you well, guys, and I'll see you again. Let me flip you around. I wish you well, guys, and I will see you again. I got some circles. All right, I'll see you again. Have a wonderful day. Take care. You can become monetized the minute you decide that whatever you want to sell, come up with a plan, and then go from there. And you got free advertisement on YouTube. All right, take care, guys.